Yeah, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Why don't you come on down to Sweet Apple Acres? Got a whole family full of tasty treat makers, and to top it all off, we're apple pie bakers. Don't be fooled by the flim flam fakers. We'll wet your whistle with sweet apple cider. We wanna be your #1 apple provider. We got everything you could ever ask for, and I bet we even got a little bit more than all the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, and all the apples you could ever want and more. We got all the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, and all the apples you could ever want and more. No, 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 yeah. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to keep the doctor away. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day to keep the doctor away. So I'm guessing by now you know our name, and you know we ain't green to this apple bucking game. We're well deserving of all this apple fame. Every pony who visited smiled after they came. So what you waiting for? Ain't you feeling hungry yet? There's no reason for you not to get the very best apples at our happy little farm. So why don't you visit and sample our charms with all the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, and all the apples you could ever want and more, 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 more. And I said all the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, and all the apples you could ever want and more. No, 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 no. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to keep the doctor away. It's a beautiful day to keep the doctor away. All the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, and all the apples you could ever want and more, 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 more. All the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple. Come on, why don't you sing it with us? Come on, let's sing it. All the apples you could ever want and more. All the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, singing all the apples you could ever want and more, 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 more. All the apples you could ever want at Sweet Apple Acres. Sweet Apple Acres, singing all the apples you could ever want and more, 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 more. Oh, so much more. We got all the apples. All the apples.